Forza Horizon 5 is a great game, but there are a few things that could be fixed to make it better. For example, a few cars that I would want added, and a few features that would make the game better. And I will be going through as many of these as I can today. Anyway, the first one I thought I would mention would probably be the 1998 Eagle Talon / 1998 Mitsubishi Eclipse. These are two very underrated cars. They're basically the same car resold by different brands, but there are a lot of cool aftermarket body kits and performance upgrades you can put onto them in the real world. And if you can find a good deal, they're relatively cheap, being around 10 grand in some places, barely going over 15 unless it's really overpriced. But there's a front-wheel drive version and an all-wheel drive version. I think in the Mitsubishi Eclipse there might even have been a rear-wheel drive version, but that's beside the point. Anyway, it is one of my all-time favorite cars because of how cheap it is and how tunable it is. There are so many different kits you can get for it that it would just be a waste to not have it in the game. And that is why I'd want one of those. The next one that I'd want in the game would probably be the Mazda Rx-8. I know some people are going to probably be like, Mazda Rx-8's an awful car, it's an ugly car, it's so useless. Yes, I agree, it's not the best stock, but that's where the body kits come in. KRC Japan, which is already a body kit company that is in Forza Horizon 5, has not one but two body kits for the Mazda Rx-8. Not to mention, there are a few other Mazda Rx-8 body kits that are otherwhere that you can buy on the internet. There are also similar performance stuff, and because it's a Horizon game, you can already probably have a bunch of engine swaps from other Mazdas, maybe even a 2JZ if you could somehow fit one. I don't know, it just seems logical. And then third, this was in Forza Horizon 4, the Peel P50. I'm not sure if there's like a deal that went with Peel, because Peel's not really a brand anymore, but P50cars.com makes replica Peel P50s along with replica Peel Tridents, so you could add actually 5 different variants of the Peel P50 and Trident, because they have a 4-wheel drive Trident, they have a electric Trident, and then the normal Trident. They also have an electric Peel P50, a turbo electric Peel P50 which can go 50 miles an hour stock, and then they also have the normal Peel P50. These cars are street legal to get, which makes it even better. And then a kit for an electric one is around €8,000. Third, I would want the 2005 or around that time Subaru Forester XT to be added to Forza Horizon 5. It's a bit of an underrated tuner car, but it's pretty cheap considering you can find an automatic for around 5, 6, 7 grand, which makes it really good. And there are actually a lot of aftermarket stuff that you can get for it. For example, there's been a history of people putting STI front bumpers and WRX swapping it to make it pretty fast in a straight line. And then some people have gone as far as one person made a drift taxi from a Subaru Forester. It wasn't an actual taxi, it was just called the drift taxi. Next, I would like the idea of having kit cars be added to the game, which is basically, my concept of it would be, if you have a car like, say, a GT350, you can spend, say, 10,000 credits, you remove that car from your garage, and let's say a Shelby kit would be added to your garage, and because it's a kit, it would have more upgrading potential than the standard one. It would sort of be in between, like, it might even be higher than the Forza edition, so it would go stock, and then kit, and then Forza edition, the stock, Forza edition, and then the kit variant. Because the kit variant being a kit could be more weight reduction, a bit more power, and more stuff like that. Anyway, I'm not sure if they need even more licenses to be able to do that with a kit, but it would be a good thing to have in the game, because you'd have barn finds, and then you'd also have kit cars and Forza Edition cars. It would just add another layer of detail to the game. One more thing that I'd probably want to see in this game would be, well, less expensive DLC. Forza Horizon games are a great game, but I just hate that everything is hidden behind a DLC or some paid barrier. Well, not everything, but there are a decent amount of content that is hidden behind a DLC. I get the expansions, but car packs and car pass, you should have an option to spend a few million or even a few 100 million credits in-game of hard-earned game money to be able to get these DLCs instead of paying with real-life money. It would make it so that grinding to max credits would actually have a use other than the flex of having 999,999,999 credits. And then, another feature that I would like added on the topic of credits and max credits is increase the max credit amount, or increase the max credit amount maybe to 9,999,999, or make it so that there are some cars that are more realistically priced or get more expensive concepts. Concept cars should probably not be cheaper than some average cars, and the fact that the cheapest car is 20,000 credits is not very realistic. I'd say make it so that cars are a little bit more realistically priced, either in Forza Horizon 5 or Forza Horizon 6, depending on when Playground Games Turn 10 decides to do any of these changes. And then, on the topic of concept cars, I want a few more concept cars and futuristic-looking cars to be added to the game. I mean, I get that it's not the motorsport variant, but Formula 1 cars, LMP cars, which are Le Mans cars, Formula 1, Le Mans, NASCAR, newer NASCARs, would be really great to have so that there are more race cars in the actual game. All we have for true race cars is probably the Aston Martin Vulcan AMR Pro, a few of the other AMR Pros, or a few of the other Pro stuff. There's the trophy trucks, there is the Formula Drift stuff, but there's not much track specific. And I know a few people are probably going to be mad, but if I missed anything, please tell me, because it would be nice to know that I actually did miss something. But yeah, just please don't yell at me in the comments. But as I was saying, it just feels a bit empty without proper race cars. It would be really fun to have a Formula 1 car versus a NASCAR and see which is faster in a straight line, around a corner, or, well, I know the answer, probably Formula 1, but because Super 7 is returning, if you had a Formula 1 car, we could actually have upside-down Super 7 races that would be really cool and creative, because you could theoretically have upside-down jumps, because the Formula 1 cars would have so much downforce, it would pull them up if they're upside down, and then you could make a full Super 7 event, or Event Lab event, that is almost all upside down, other than the start, where you gain the speed to go upside down. That would be really cool to see the community create. Next, one thing that I would probably want is a little bit more freedom with the custom route, and I have heard that it's going to be added, but maybe make it so that you can have a race start point be not just on any road, but have it so that it can start any point on the map. So if you want it, and then have it generate a platform below you, so that if you wanted to, you could have your race start on the edge of a cliff or on the edge of the volcano, and then you and your friends in the Baja trucks and off-road trucks and off-road supercars, because apparently that works now, then you'd have to race down the mountain, and it would start with a big jump. That would be really cool to see, but I just don't really see it being added anytime soon. So that's why I'm bringing it up, because I'm not sure if Playground Games has thought of this. Because I see how it'd be a glitch if the route creator could spawn you on the middle of an ocean, or you could start a race in the middle of the ocean. It would just make, like, it would make out-of-map glitches a lot easier, which that wouldn't be the point of this. It would just be, like, to make it so that you can actually, you know, like, start it on the side of one of these cliffs, and then have it either go straight off, or have the start line just be going down a mountain. That would be really amazing, because it would add more customization, because Forza Horizon 5 has a lot of customization, but it could do with a bit more. And then, I know there's 25 plus wide body kits for customization ability, but I feel like there isn't much other stuff, like Need for Speed, GTA, The Crew 2. Those games have crazy wide bodies made by fake companies so that they don't have copyright stuff, and then even then, like, just being able to turn a stock Toyota TRD truck into its Baja variant without having to get the Baja version, that would be really cool. Like, it would just add another layer of personalization to the vehicles. And then on the terms of personalization, I know that this probably won't be added, but being able to add little window sun strips on the front window of your vehicle that you can place vinyls on. Like, have an ability in the paint section, sun strip on off, or sun strip and what color. Because that would make it so that you could, like, make your own personalized drift car out of any car, and then put, like, Formula Drift, or, like, whatever your logo is, or something like that, onto the car. It would look really cool. And that would, yeah, that would be really, really fun. Anyway, I think that's about it for now. If you want more of these Forza Horizon 5 videos, when I get my hands on Forza Horizon 5, which I have it pre-ordered, so on day one I will be doing a live stream here on the channel if anyone wants to pop by and watch. And in the meantime, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I look to see all of you guys, or hear and chat with all of you guys through a live stream soon. Anyway, bye!